That's as good a way as any of saying hello and welcome to another series of driving. This little gimmick came to us via California, where they think that is better than screaming abuse at the person in the car next to you. In fact, it even gives you the right of reply. Mark you, I think I would rather use it to make friends. How about that? I tell you what, let's have a competition. You jot on a postcard what you think is the wittiest thing to have on your Flickr board and send it to me. We'll judge them and give a prize for the one we think the wittiest, okay? I reckon sorry wouldn't be a bad one. However, enough of all this. Let's get down to the serious business of the day. The first of our reports on this week's drive-in is on the biggest growth area in British motoring, auto crime. Just how well are the thieves doing at not only breaking into our cars and stealing the car, but stealing things from them?
On a good day for Britain's hard-working underworld car enthusiasts, they reckon to be able to drive away some 450 cars, old cars or new cars, very much like a lineup we've got here, driven away without their owner's consent, driven away by professionals like former ex-car thief, I should say, Mickey. Mickey, is it a good living being a car thief?
Yeah, it's a good living, providing you don't get caught, of course.
Quite, and business is booming, would you say, right now?
Yes.
Even though you've retired?
Yes, business is booming. I should imagine it's doing very well.
Right, well, let's have a look at the first car in the lineup here, a Mini. Confronted with this in a car park, what would the professional make of the security devices provided by the manufacturer?
Well, this is a particularly weak part of the door here.
Oh, I see, very vulnerable, easy
Yeah.
to get at, yeah.
And just here, this is opened in 2 seconds.
And then you're in and possibly away.
Yeah.
Let's now have a look at the new Capri, the brand new Capri, Mickey, announced this very week. We'll be seeing more of that later in the programme. What do you make of this one?
Well, it's a nice fitting door, locks well back. But this is very easy to open with the button here.
Well, another car here with also buttons on top of the door, the Allegro. Even more pronounced, Mickey.
Yeah, well, I don't know why they don't move them from there, you know? They all keep putting them in the same place all the time.
Asking for trouble.
Yeah.
OK, well, you're in the car. I still don't see... You've got the steering lock to contend with.
Yes, well, these are very difficult.
How long would it take you to remove the steering lock off a popular car?
A good hour. That's if you had the tools with you to do it. It's very difficult with the
It is
steering lock.
possible?
It is possible, yes.
Now, how are you going to drive it away?
Well, you need 2 pieces of wire. You get the ignition and start it.
It's as simple as that.
Simple as that.
Well, moving right up market now to the Jaguar XJS. Now, this looks particularly difficult to get into. Mickey, no buttons on top of the doors. You can't see the door catches to be able to release them easily. How would you get into this one?
You'd have to break this quarter light here.
Wouldn't that be a bit difficult?
No.
What about driving along with no quarter light afterwards? Wouldn't it be particularly obvious?
Not really, no. Wouldn't take long to wherever you're going to take it, would it?
And then presumably you'd replace it?
Replace it, yeah. It saves replacing the whole of the window, doesn't it?
What about a car like this? Say it had an alarm. Isn't that a considerable deterrent to the car thief? A car alarm?
Oh, it's a deterrent, but you hear them going off, people don't take no notice of them.
I suppose it'd be a good idea, Mickey, if more manufacturers adopted a central door locking system, as on this BMW, where as long as you remember to lock the driver's door, all the other doors are locked.
Yes, it would. And the glass is numbered, of course. All the glass is numbered on this car.
Oh, I see, right down the bottom each glass has got a number on, so that would be difficult, I would think, to disguise that, wouldn't it?
You'd have to change all the glass.
Well, how would the underworld steal a car like this? I mean, it seems very difficult to get into and drive away.
You'd have to lift it up with a crane and take it away.
And do they do that?
Oh, yes. If they want the particular car.
Well, much less expensive, Mickey, is the Saab. They're marking the glass again, that's a good thing to see. They've also got quite a good idea in there. What do you think of that?
Well, it's very good. You turn the key when you get out, put it in reverse, and it locks the steering. It locks the gear. It's locked in gear and you can't move it.
That really would fool the car thief, wouldn't it?
Yes. There's no way you get it out.
Do you think the motorist is really getting a fair deal out of the car manufacturers as far as security goes?
No, I don't. Not with the money a car costs today. A standard car, they should have a bit more security on them.
Well, that's it for this week. Next week, we'll be looking at the problems of the younger driver, and of course that includes the problems of anybody who has to motor on a limited budget. And we'll also be looking at an exciting development in turbocharged cars. But before I depart now, let me show you two more anti-theft devices, which are rather nice. That one, for a start. The only thing is that those two things have to be jammed in a door or a boot. We know how easy they are to open. And the second one, much more effective. How about that? Don't forget our entries, will you, for the flipper board. Put your entry on a postcard, and postcards only, please. Send them in to me at this address, to Drive-In, Thames Television, 306 Euston Road, London, NW1 3BB. Got that? Good. All I have to say to you then is bye.